Alright, how's everyone doing today? My name is Matt, but feel free to call me Moz. And I'm going to be doing a Avengers review since the Avengers is still fresh on my mind. I'm still buzzing about it because I just seen it last night, and I'm just still like, I'm still just lost about it. So I'm going to break it down by pros and cons, and then we're just going to get right into it. So first things first, I felt like all the heroes got good screen time. Like I never, well, except for the Hulk, I wish there was more Hulk in it. But I never was really longing for anyone's presence because it felt like everyone was on the screen a decent amount of time. So I wasn't really saying like, oh, like I feel like all the fanboys and fangirls will be appeased by the amount of time that everyone showed up, and I thought that was fantastic. Next thing, I felt like everyone they all flexed their powers perfectly. Like the Hulk was incredibly strong. Thor, he had the lightning, the strength, the hammer, the flying, everything. Captain America doing his superhuman thing, and the Master Assassins was going to work. Hawkeye really impressed me. I really wasn't expecting to be impressed by that much, but he's definitely impressed me. Tony Stark doing his thing as usual, and I was actually surprised by how badass Nick Fury was. I, I mean, I know it's Sam Jackson, but even still, I wasn't expecting him to be, that cool. So I can't really complain in that regard. But everyone flexed their powers, and I really like that. I really like it when they allow the superheroes to push the envelope, and that's definitely what the Avengers did. Next up, I felt like the length was good. It was The official listening time is 2 hours and 22 minutes, and I felt that was perfect. Though it could have been longer because I wouldn't have mind sitting up there maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes longer for some extra action and some more scenes and stuff. Because I was totally wrapped up in that world, and I think that's what movies are supposed to do. They're supposed to come in and just wrap you up and take you away from all your problems and stuff for however long the movie is. And I feel like it did a really good job. Of course, granted, I still wish it was longer, but you can't really complain. Next, it was actually hilarious. Like there were a lot of funny moments in the movie, and I was really surprised by that because, granted, I knew it was gonna be funny because Tony Stark is hilarious. Robert Downey Jr. is perfect for that role. So just knowing in like other people doing funny things, plus his own hilarity that he exudes by himself alone. It was just perfect. I wasn't expecting for it to be known as the big action blockbuster movie of the summer. It made me laugh a lot, and I really appreciate that because it definitely made the movie just that much more better. I think I'm just gonna bump it up to a 10 because it has to be one of my favorite movies I've ever seen. So alright, next. And it told a good story. It didn't I don't think it's gonna get a lot of praise for the story, but I definitely know that they won't dock it down for the story because it flowed really well. I didn't really have any complaints. About the story, I really didn't have any complaints. So next, I really to just sum it up, I really did like the movie. And I felt like there were only a few things wrong with it, which I'm about to get into. But overall, I liked it. It was just well paced. Everyone had their own time. They flexed their powers, and it was funny, like really funny. So I can't. Hats off to whoever directed and stuff like that. Just hats off to them. Now onto the cons. The cons. First, I felt like the pacing was off in the beginning because it felt kind of slow getting into it because I was sitting up there like, okay, when is anything significant gonna happen? Like the first maybe 45 minutes of the movie were just not painfully slow, but extremely dragged out. So it didn't lose my interest, but it kind of had me worried for a bit. But the rest of the movie definitely redeemed themselves, and it made up for it in a very big way. Uh, I also say that I found Loki annoying as shit. Like his personality, everything about him just annoys me. It could be because Loki's like the anti-me, because he enjoys torturing people and stuff like that. But I personally I found Loki annoying as shit, and I couldn't wait for him to be defeated. When Hulk smashed the shit out of him, he's just, I am a god, and you cannot hurt me. You man, shut up. I'm happy Hulk owned your ass, man. It was so beautiful. I was so happy. And you killed Coulson. You killed Coulson, you bastard. I'm like I he, Coulson was very underappreciated, but he was a familiar face, and I liked seeing him return over and over again in all the Marvel movies. And just for Loki of all people, the only person I found annoying in the whole movie to kill him, I was just like, "Are you serious? Why? 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 Why, Phil? I like Philip Coulson. Rest in peace." And also the last thing is that the 3D didn't really seem to help it out, because it could be because I'm biased and I'm not really a fan of 3D, and this was my first 3D movie in recent years. The movie I seen in 3D was the Spy Kids one, and I don't know how many years ago that came out, but I saw it last night, and it didn't seem like it really helped the movie out to me. Like I would have preferred to see it without, and I'm probably gonna see it again without it to see if it makes any major significant difference. But overall, I felt like I didn't really need to see it in 3D. But that's what happens when you piggyback going on with someone else instead of going by yourself. But overall, I really did like the movie. Those few cons were not major, so it didn't really affect it. I was going to give it a 9.5 out of 10 because I felt like it was missing something that prevented it from being my favorite movie, like one of my favorite movies. But upon further review, it was perfect, really, in my opinion. It has all the makings of a good movie for me, minus a little bit of romance. You know, I can live without that. But yeah, it was definitely a good movie. I recommend you go see it if you haven't, or you probably will, considering the fact that it's only the second day it's been out. But overall, that's pretty much it. I've been Matt, and I hope you appreciate me taking this time out to do this video. All right, and take care, everyone. Sleep well and dream better.